It's time for the Rick Smith Show. Now, here is the voice of the working class, Rick Smith.
So as we talked about the other day, the number one agenda for our Republican senators here in Pennsylvania is, well, pushing the Trump conspiracy line. That was Jake Corman's, that was his statement to the Philly Inquirer, that is the number one agenda. Nothing else. There is nothing else that's more important than continuing to push this failed attempt to undermine our democracy. And look, what are we, 318 days from the November election? They've had all this time to spew conspiracy theory, nobody holding them accountable to the lies and misinformation that they're continually throwing out there. And now, what they want is they want every bit of information on each and every one of us. Remember the party of smaller government, less intrusive government, local control? They want all 67 counties to give each and every one of their voters information to them. And they're subpoenaing to do it. I'm here to share some thoughts on why this is such a bad idea and why this could hopefully be their undoing at some point. And somebody maybe take that party back to sane. I've asked our good friend, Pennsylvania State Senator Art Haywood, to come talk with Art. Thanks for taking time for us.
Thank you for inviting me on this very crucial issue for our community.
So am I getting this right that the head guy there in the Pennsylvania State Senate, Jake Corman, has said this is it? Never mind the eviction moratorium being tossed out. Never mind, thousands of people still looking for jobs. Never mind the fact that we haven't gotten people paid the unemployment benefits that they owed from last year. Never mind any of that stuff. Hungry children, homeless veterans, roads and bridges. None of that stuff's important. This conspiracy theory, this Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood, this nonsense, this is what's important.
Yeah, this shows how deeply misguided the Republican leadership is. We've got $5 billion of unspent money from our last budget and the Biden administration, which is supposed to go to address the current needs of communities in hospitals with overtime, so many current needs. And what they're doing is a direct attack on our privacy and freedom by demanding last four social security number, birth date, social security number, address, all that was provided to the Department of State with our consent. Now, this is without our consent. This is taking this information on a partisan basis, not for the House Republicans, not for the House Democrats, not for the Senate Democrats, only for the Senate Republicans. To do what? They still have not explained what they're going to do with our private information, for which they have not demonstrated any accountability for getting this private information for each of us.
The only thing that I can think of, Senator, is that they look with envy to the chaos that was caused in Arizona. That's the only thing that I can come up with, that they look at the cyber ninjas who came and basically made the state, have to buy new machines. They handed over all kind of technology. To me, this isn't about 2020. This is figuring out how they can rig and fix and do whatever they got to do to game the next election, because it's over. All sane, rational people have gone, look, Joe Biden won Pennsylvania by 80,000 votes. You've had every bite at the apple at every level of our judicial system. You've gone through state audits, county audits. We've gone through everything. We've bent over backwards to go, no, this is what it is. And that's not enough, because that's not what it's about.
We've already had two audits of the 2020 election. So the audits have been done and have confirmed time and time again that there was no mass fraud or irregularities. Rick, this is also about voter intimidation, because voters who register to vote now know that their personal information may be subjected to a bunch of Republican legislators. This is going to have a chilling effect on registering people to vote when they have this new exposure. Never before was a person who registered to vote facing the risk that this personal information would get over to a bunch of unaccountable individuals. And that's exactly what we have and why we must stop it.
No, this is one of those scary things. I mean, because look, I'm looking at this as in a moment of going, I don't think I truly viscerally believe that this isn't about securing our electoral process. This isn't about ensuring the sanctity of our ballot box. This is pure partisan hackery. This is about gathering information, wanting to find out who's voting for who. The kind of demographic information and stuff that they can't get anywhere else. That they're using they're abusing their power to grab from us. Because one of the things that I was told years ago, the reason we have 67 different county electoral offices and 67 different county officials and 67 different ways of doing things is that was the strength of our system. Our diversity was the strength, so that no one had all of this information all in one place. And a Republican's the one who told me that. Now they're going, no, we want all that information. We're going to destroy all of that. Because, well, we're having a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old in the cereal aisle. Mom said you can't have the Fruit Loops.
And it's not just a temper tantrum. This is a real attack on our freedom. We have registered to vote. I registered to vote, provided personal information. Now that's all at risk of identity theft and other use. There's no system to secure the information that's been disclosed to us. How do we have any sense that the information will not be subject to cyber attack? The Department of State has a significant cybersecurity system. There's not anything equivalent to that the Senate Republicans have. And so we have a tremendous risk of a cyber theft of this personal information. It is a direct threat on our privacy.
So the question that I come back to, one, how do we stop it? I mean, because this is something, I've talked to some of my Republican friends over. I'm going, look, what would you be doing if Art Haywood and the Democrats were coming after all your personal information? Would you be okay with that? Because I still wouldn't be. Again, I go back to what we were told. Our diversity is our strength. 67 different local elections officials. It seems to me that our Republican friends in the Senate are attempting to steamroll our local officials. And I got to think my conservative friends, if they dig into their ideology, would look at that and go, no, this isn't what we want.
It should not be what we want, because the diversity is important. Allowing individuals to share the last four of their social security number, to share their driver's license, is all with the expectation that information is going to remain solely with the Department of State and not circulated beyond it. And so there's a significant chilling effect that is certain to be here. I know that Senate Democrats are preparing a lawsuit to stop the subpoena and seeking an injunction to stop the release of this information. A number of individuals have called my office directly today saying that they want to file to protect their own personal information, so that of the 7 million voters, that their information cannot be shared with these individuals. So I anticipate quite a bit of litigation in order to stop it, which is already such a tremendous waste of time. For, as you have said, the 2020 election has been certified. It is done.